Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to Point Blank Travel Live, PBT Live, baby. It's your boy Rod, and we about to jump right up in here. Did a couple things. Hopefully everything's looking good, man. I got a special one in store for y'all tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this is showing right. And we're gonna get this here going here, and away we go. What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all having a good day, man. As you can see, I haven't even put my put this over here. There we go. Had to get something right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all having a good day, man. It is your boy Rod, and again, I want to welcome y'all to PBT Live. And as you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the best credit card for paying utilities, paying your internet, and paying your cell phone bill. And there may be some streaming services in there. I know a lot of people, notice I didn't say cable. I said your internet, your phone, your cell phone, smartphone, iPhone, Android, whatever you want to call it. That's what's going to be part of this evolution. And I can tell you, man, I'm going to take it a step farther. Not only am I going to show y'all the best credit card. And we're going to review this credit card. And I can tell you, I have it in my arsenal. It's actually in my other room. It is in my wallet this month. And man, before I go any further, welcome to Point Blank Travel, everyone. On this channel, we talk about credit. We talk about credit cards. We talk about points, miles, cash back, personal finance, and how to travel around the world or around the country for little or no money out of your pocket. If there's something you're interested in, do your boy a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. It's going to be a little bell down there next to subscribe. It's going to default to personalized. Make sure you select all so you don't miss out on future live streams and or videos. Also, hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that like button. It helps it get pushed out to more people than we know. And just in case you what's going on, Devin? Just in case you don't get a chance to talk to your relative, they may run across the video. All right, let's get down to it, man. With all that being said, you know what time it is. Let's roll, baby. Let's get down to business. All right, so one of the things that I face, and I live in the great state of Texas, and utility bills can be something else out here. And it's not just Texas. I'm sure I know California and all over the country, depending on where you're living, but Texas weather, like a lot of other states, tend to be a little bipolar, man. Just a little bipolar. And what I mean by that, it could be cold one day at 50 degrees, and then the next day it might be 70 degrees, and the next day it might be 80, then it drops down to 60. It's all over the place. Well, one thing that affects is your utility bills. So you have, like in my house, my air is controlled by my electric, and my heat is controlled by my electric and my gas. So boy, in the wintertime, I'll be in here with the fireplace going, the space heater going, and trying my best not to turn my heater, my actual little thermostat thing on. So, and it's been crazy. Even in the summertime, it get up to 100 degrees here. So what we're doing here in Texas, let's say I've had $500-600 electric bills during the summer, and that's kind of ridiculous. It's just one little old bitty me, man. But I just can't cool the rooms off individually. I have to cool the rooms off, the whole house off, so wherever I pop in the room, it's cool. And man, nothing like just being hot and you walk into a cool space, your home or business, and you just get a sense of relief. Well, what if I told you that there's a credit card out there where you could earn 5% cash back on every dollar spent on utility bills? We're talking electricity, we're talking water, and we are also talking your gas bill, your utility bills. Now, I did talk about internet and phone. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But with that, now just think of this. Let's just keep simple numbers. If I paid a $500 electric bill and I got 5% cash back, let me pull out my little smartphone, which sometimes is smart and sometimes I'm not so smart. So So 500 times 5%, I'm getting $25 back, man. Just using this credit card. And again, 5% cash back. There is a credit card out there, so $25. And without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and look at this card, man. We're not going to even waste any time. But I just want y'all to think about 5% cash back. No annual fee, meaning it doesn't cost you anything to have the card. And there just may be a welcome bonus. Let's jump in here and see what's going on. Make sure I got the right screen up. I am going to be sharing my screen. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know? Let me go back here. And there we go. Now I got to share my screen here. There we go. All right, now we're looking a little better. What's up, Jonathan? I see you in the crib. And here it is, man. So, U.S. Bank. Now, this is not typically a beginner's card. I'm going to be honest. You may have to get a security card. You may have to get a Capital One card or a beginner card and then move over to this card. Or you can try it here to see if they have, and we'll search it before the live is over to see if they have a pre-approval app that does not affect your, or link that does not affect your credit score. Thank God my card is just blue. I don't have this ugly puzzle looking card. And this is the card right here. I'm kind of circling around it. Now, you will get up to 5% cash back plus on two categories plus 2% cash back on one category. Now, right here, I want to highlight this, ladies and gentlemen, because this here, and I said it may or may not, because these things also always change. So we're going to go up here and we just leave that little file. So it was $150. You earned $150, but now it's earned $200. Rewards bonus after you spend $1,000 in eligible purchases within the first 90 days of account opening. 90 days is going to start when you're approved for the card. So if you apply tomorrow, the next day, it's 90 days from when you're approved, not 90 days from when you receive it in the mail. Please keep that in mind. If it takes 5 days or 10 days to get it, now you have 80 to 85 days to complete the bonus for $1,000, man. And you can use what I'm going to show you how I would try to set it up. And it may or may not work like this, but really with this card, you just want to use the mess out of it till you reach that $1,000. And you can look in the app and it'll tell you, okay, you spent X amount of dollars. Or you can put it in your notes on your phone or in a notebook. But once you hit that, you're going to get $200 back. So really you spent $800. Again, I don't look at the glass being half empty. I look at it as being half full. You spent $1,000, you're getting $200 back. So you really spent $800. Now here it goes right here. You're going to earn 5% cash back on your first $2,000 in combined eligible purchases each quarter. All right, on the two categories you choose. Now, I'm going to go over these categories, but I want you to keep in mind, if you're, I'm just going to use mine. I think this is something like mine. And I'm going to round up. Electric bill, 200, water bill, 50, gas bill, 150. So that's what? $400. If I do 5% cash back on $400, I'm going to get $20 back. So that's $400. That's 1 month. Now we multiply that times 3 because it's $2,000 in combined purchases each quarter. So we got to take that 4 times 3 is $1,200. So we have $800 to play with in that quarter to get to that $2,000 threshold that U.S. Bank has established. So what we want to do now, I'm going to go over here and read this here. You also get, now this is 2 categories. Y'all bear with me here. I need to just take this here. AM live right now on YouTube, PBT. All right, sorry about that, y'all. And so now we're going to go over those categories, and then you'll get 2% cash back on one category: EV charging station, grocery stores, or gas stations, or restaurants. And then you'll get 1% cash back on all other purchases. Now, notice this 2% cash back does not have a threshold. There is, it's just you however much you spend at the grocery store, restaurants, and gas stations, EV charging station, you're going to get 2%, not capped. 1% on all other purchases. But this is where we need to watch. And now, no annual fee, man. Let's talk about credit card emotions, baby. What is credit card emotions, Rod? That's when you call U.S. Bank after 6 months, 3 months. Some people get froggy and call after 2 weeks and want a credit limit increase for some reason. Maybe they started out with 1,000. I think with this card, I started out with 1,500, 2,000. It wasn't a lot. So it kind of let me know it may be a beginner card. So after 6 months, you got $1,000 limit. You want 2,000, 3,000. You call U.S. Bank or go to the app. I would always call Bold Alert. I can't talk to no app, but I can talk to a human being. And when you got to sell yourself and sell the fact that you really want this card, it's easy. You press the app, request credit limit increase. You're going to get a letter in the mail in 7 to 10 days with our decision. That's basically saying no. But if you got a person on the phone and they say, hey, Rod, you're going to receive a letter in 7 to 10 days and explain our decision. All right, well, why I got to wait 7 to 10 days? You can't tell me right now. Well, let me talk to your supervisor. And I'm going to keep pushing because either they're going to tell me I was approved or not approved. Then they say, well, unfortunately, we're showing that you're not approved. That's going to probably be the supervisor. And why not? Well, you have a high credit utilization. Well, hey, Johnny, I can show you, man. And if I can't show you, you can cancel this card. But Johnny, I just paid all my credit cards, but I made a mistake. I paid them after the statement closing date. So it's got my credit utilization up at about 65, 70%. But once all these hit, it's going to be down to 10%. I will bring you proof next statement closing date, next month. And if I can't do that, close the account. And you never know. Johnny may just say yes because I gave myself an opportunity to talk to someone instead of using an app. We're too comfortable with the apps, y'all. People can't even talk no more. I got to figure out these little emojis. I was talking to Anwar from Meet and I and Y Loves, and they explained that it was a salute emoji. I won't even tell y'all what I thought it was. And that's how people are communicating. But, man, I can't send no, okay, you've been declined for a credit card. I can't send no emojis over there or no WBU and SMH and all these little codes, man. I can't do that. I got to be able to rap to them, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so no annual fee. The point of me saying that long spiel is this card doesn't cost you to have anything. So what? They don't give you a credit limit increase after 6 months. Try after a year. Always ask, will you be doing a hard pull on my credit when I request this credit limit increase? And if they say yeah, and you only had the card 6 months, and you know you're a 620 and you're trying to get your score to 680, you may not want to do it just yet. Be happy with that 1,000. And then wait a year because now you've shown 12. Matter of fact, I'd wait 13. I don't like that number. Wait 14 months. Then don't ask for a credit limit increase. If you need it. If you don't need it, what do you mean? If you're bored, go outside and do like I do. Look at the squirrels. Look at the birds. Don't get bored and sit up there and grab your phone and start requesting credit limit increases. No. All right, so no annual fee. Now, we're going to go down here. You're going to get 5% cash back. Also on prepaid travel on air, hotel, and car reservation booked directly in the reward center. So you have to go to the U.S. Bank Reward Center. I've never used it. I have the American Express travel portal, the Chase travel portal I had. And you're going to see why, because I don't keep my U.S. Bank cash back for travel. I kind of do, but you're going to see. Stay tuned. Up to 5% total cash back on online shopping. I really don't shop online, but a lot of people go to Amazon. A lot of people go to whatever they call it, Shein, whatever, and Temu and Fubu. Anyway, hey man, you got your 5% is online. You getting 5%, and But now here's the thing: over 1,100 online merchants, they gotta be part and partner with U.S. Bank. It might not be who you roll with. You know, if you go to Buckshot's Brewery online and order you whatever you want to order, a beer mug case or something, it might not be on the list. Flexible redemption, and you can pay over time. All right, here's your categories, ladies and gentlemen. Your 5% categories. Okay, this was confusing to Rob, but since I figured it out, I'm gonna explain it to y'all. All right, so 5% category. I'm gonna go over these, then I'm gonna explain these two tricky parts. So you have two categories. You got fast food, TV, internet, and streaming. Hello, I told you streaming might be in there, baby. Woo wee! I ain't even know that. And y'all, a lot of this stuff I know, but then if I don't keep up with it, and when I do these lives, I don't review all this stuff. I just go there, man. All right, then you got your cell phone. Notice that the thumbnail said the best credit card for utilities. Check home utilities. Internet, check, and cell phone. And then department stores. I mean, I don't know who go to the department stores. Somebody do. I do. I go to Dillard's sometime. But let's just say I don't go to the department stores no more. I'm shopping online, baby. I'm with the New Jacks, man. I'm shopping online. I'm getting 5% there too. And then electronic stores. Man, unless you're about to make a huge purchase, even a TV don't cost that much. Like if you're about to buy a MacBook or a home computer or some iPhones or Samsungs, yeah, because you can switch it every month. You can switch it, actually every quarter. You can switch your category. So whenever you pick them, you stuck to the next quarter. So plan ahead. Strategy. All right, now let's go back to this fast food, because in the 2%, you get to pick one. Grocery stores and grocery delivery. Hello, Kroger. I don't do that delivery, though. I go to the grocery store. Restaurants or gas stations and EV chargers. So you got to choose one out of three, man. It's kind of tough now, depending on what you got going on. Right now, mine, I'm going to tell you what I'm set to. I am currently set to home utilities, home utilities and cell phone. Because my internet is not as much as my cell phone. I wish they were combined, but they slick with it though. Because they're going to make me too. Typically, you'll see TV, internet, and cell phone because they may all be on AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon or whoever out there got all this stuff. But they got me. So I got to make sure now. I want to be on cell phone because that's a little higher. All right. So electronic stores, I don't care about this. So I have mine set to home utility and cell phone. And in my one category, I have grocery stores. But let's just say it ain't right. Let's just say this is Luther. Well, Luther say, hey, man, I get a phone call, right? I get a call or a DM on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, make sure you follow me at PointsBlankTravel. But I get a DM and it say, hey, Rod, I got fast food at 5%. And over here at restaurant, it's 2%. Well, most of my cards consider a fast food place like McDonald's and Wendy's and wherever else you go, Taco Bell, as a restaurant, even though it's fast food. So what is U.S. Bank talking about here? Why is U.S. Bank trying to confuse me, Rod? That's what Luther's saying in a DM. And then I'm going to have to respond because I ain't got Luther's number, so I'm going to have to respond. All right, Luther, here's the deal. You got restaurants at 2%, fast food at 5%. Here's the difference. I know because I got all them cards too. I got American Express, Gold, Chase, Freedom, Flex, and all of them that get you certain percentage at restaurant. Fast food and whatever. And even Grubhub and Seamless and all that. So, fast food, ladies and gentlemen, is when you do not have a waiter or waitress. Obviously, somebody's going to take your order. Or it might be one of them little machines you go up and press all them buttons that like get confused like me. But if you do not have a person, I ain't talking about the person tell you number 17 and you go sit down and they bring you your plate. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a constant waiter or waitress. It's fast food if you do not have it. Now, if you have a waiter or waitress, it kind of makes sense when you look at a fast food. It's fast. I'm going to get the 5%. If I'm gonna sit down, it's ass backwards, but it makes sense. At least I understand, and hopefully y'all do too. Restaurants, when you have a waiter or waitress constantly serving you, checking on you, filling up your water, your tea, or whatever you got going on, or buying your drinks. But it seemed like now, if it was me, if this was Rod Cash Plus card, I would put restaurants at 5% and fast food at 2. But no, I want y'all to pay attention, because I like to read between the lines, man. I be in the trenches like this here. I ain't got no hat in here, but if I do, I have it pulled down real low, because I be in the trenches, man, and I be peeping stuff. I know. I think I figured it out just like that on the fly, man, because I'm a master of my craft. I know why they got this like that. I know why they got that like that. Because this here seems like what they little people, Generation Z's or double A's, like batteries, or millennials or whatever they are. Looking at this seems like a millennial card. Rod's opinion, I ain't read this nowhere. So restaurants, y'all will get 2% because you're gonna have a smaller group, and with inflation and recession and depression and all this other stuff going on, you're going to have a smaller group probably going to get a steak or going to sit down and have a meal at a restaurant that you also have to tip. They're going to opt to go to the fast food to get the kids some nuggets. They on a budget, so they're going to get a couple double cheeseburgers from McDonald's, small fry, and a cup of water. If you're like me, you're going to go inside. You're going to ask for a cup of water. Don't y'all judge me, but you're going to get a machine, put the item in, you're going to make sure nobody looking at you. You're going to go over there and get some light, like lemonade. And you go sit down, we on a budget, baby. Anyway, so I look at this car. The reason I say this is a millennial car, millennials, they ain't got time to go to the restaurants. Instant gratification. They want it fast, so give me some fast food. They don't care about no utilities. Why? Because they probably living with their mother, father, or guardian. All right, department store, they don't even know what that is. So, but they love them some electronics, man. That's why I got me an Apple Watch or whatever. I'm about to say an iWatch, whatever you call it, Apple Watch. Because everybody I looked at when I was getting my phone, all the little whippersnappers had these little Agent Orange phones on. They over here, yeah, baby, I got to go. I got a customer. I'm like, hey, man, who you talking to? He said, my watch. I said, okay. Anyway, so electronic store, fast food, they probably ain't going to buy too much. And they cell phone. And they care about streaming. But these going to be the big two right here. If I was a millennial, fast food, cell phone. And over here, depending on if I got a car or not, I wouldn't care what I pick over here. I'd probably just do gas stations. Because you buy stuff at the gas stations. It didn't say gas. They could go get a Slurpee, some chips. So that's what I would do. If I was a millennial, fast food, cell phone, gas station. Bam! But if I was an adult, not saying millennials aren't adult, but if I was an older adult, I would probably go home utilities, either internet, TV, and streaming if you have cable or cell phone. And over here, with today's prices, man, it's a flip between grocery and restaurants, but I would go groceries. If I drove a lot, I would go gas stations. Now, here are more 5% cash categories now. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, don't get excited when you see something that you do. You have to think about the cost of what you're doing. Like right now I'm looking, oh, goodness, they got 5% of sporting goods stores, man, and gyms and fitness centers and ground transportation and movie theaters and furniture stores and select clothing stores. I don't even like the word select, so I ain't messing with that. Furniture, I ain't about to buy none no time soon. But if I was, I'd wait that quarter and move it over to my 5%. Movie theaters, I ain't been there since the stuff happened. I ain't been to one. My movie theater is right there in my living room with a TV, and I'm clicking on one of them little streaming things. And then sporting goods, I may go there and get a sweatsuit or something, but I don't need no bow and arrow, I ain't going deer hunting or nothing. So gyms and fitness center. Whoa, I go to the gym, my Planet Fitness or whatever they call it is $15. Why am I going to waste 5% on $15 when I can use it for one of these that's going to be at least, $7,500 up here at cell phone and I'm gonna eat up some stuff. I know I'm gonna eat more than $15 worth of food. That's one trip. Don't need that. And ground transportation. I don't have no car. I Uber everywhere I go, or I catch the bus, or I catch a Lyft. I might have to think about that one. Y'all see how methodical you can blindfold yourself, get spin around 3 times, and play pin the tail on the category, and let the chips. Or you can just take the card and use it everywhere. But you gotta pick some, because if you don't pick nothing, if you just so happen to forget, because every quarter you have to go in there. I think once you set it, it stay that way. So if you forget, and then you over at Best Buy and you decide you want a new MacBook because you're about to start a YouTube channel, then you go and use your card at for electronics store, and you get to the crib and it finally posts and you see you earned, we'll just say 1,500 points or $15 cash back. 1,500. Always take, if it's points, 1500, period. 1500, like Fred Sanford, 1500, period. Take the period, move it over 2 spaces, 0, 0, and that's going to be how much cash back? 15. So $15. Now, if I would have had 5% and that was 1,500, instead of getting 1,500 points times 5, I'd get 7,500 points back. That 0, 2 spots, $75. I just left $60 on the table because I forgot that I wanted to go get a laptop and I didn't change it on the app on my desktop. All right, we're gonna look at these questions, man, now, and then I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna unshare my screen and I'm gonna break down, give y'all a little bonus here, man. Let me see some here. I want my screen big. Okay? There we go. So we got 8 real homies in the crib. Hopefully that was a good rundown. And now here's what I want y'all to think about, man. All right. So what cash back? 25 fives. And you have to have a $25 threshold. I'm going deep. You know, a lot of people go do a YouTube video and say, oh, you get 5% cash back, 2% cash back. I'm going to tell you, I'm like that little arrow. I ain't going to say the company, but I'm like that little arrow that go from A to Z. I'm going to take you from A as far as I can go in the alphabet and give you all the info. So you don't be like me and just learn on the fly. You're going to be able to make an informed decision. So with this card, I went to redeem you. First of all, I went to redeem like $6. That didn't work. Big old red thing on my phone said minimum $25 redemption. So I had to get up to 25. So your boy got to 25, like $27. I hit redeem cash back. Now I have my Texas bank linked to US Bank. That's how I pay my credit card bill. But when I did this redemption, it wasn't there. I'm like, it wasn't even an option. You to redeem for cash back. Now, they had other gift cards and shopping online. I don't care about none of that. And you're going to see why in a minute. I needed this to be able to get. Now, I could use US Bank, but I really wanted to get it to my Texas bank. So I had to open a US Bank checking account for free. No minimums. I think if it is, I'm going to close it. Well, I can't because I got to get my money. Anyway, then I think if you deposit somewhere, then I had to open that account and then I had to redeem it from the credit card to the US Bank account, and then I could either move it where I want to move it, which is going to be PayPal or an investment, or I can move it over to my Texas bank and move it. And I probably I don't know how I'm going to do it. Right now I have it set up, redeem my points, go to my US Bank checking account, then I transfer it to my Texas account, and then I send it. I mean, it's like, I feel like the mailman, man. I'm the electronic mailman. I'm a jack of all trades, baby, anyway. So, how does Rod run this little US Bank card that he left in there? 5% cash back. I ain't even tripping. We just going to use utilities. That's my biggest one. So, my utility is going to run about, last month, about 400. So, 400 times 5, I'm gonna say it's 2,000. I'm gonna get $20 cash back. I just earned some money for nothing because I was gonna have to pay these electric, gas, and all these bills regardless. But I made something work in my favor. So I got me 20. I'm gonna call it 20 free dollars. Y'all call it what you want. I look at it as free money because it's money I gotta spend anyway. So I'm gonna take them $20. Get them $20, and I'm gonna. There's a fork in the road. I got my $20. $20 is a car. I can go right at the fork. I can go left at the fork. It depends on what ride I got going on. It's gonna determine which turn. Now, if you go straight, you're gonna crash your car. And what I mean by crash your car, if you just leave your money at U.S. Bank or leave it in your redeemed cash back U.S. Bank card, just leave it there, you can get anywhere from 0 to 0.001% interest. So here's the forks, ladies and gentlemen. The right fork is going to be, when I get my card, I'm going to bust that right, and I'm going to transfer that cash back to my PayPal savings account that I just did a live stream on, and I'm going to get 4% APY, 4% interest. That's going to be my emergency fund. Some come up, emergency fund. Started out costing me nothing, so now I've earned 5%, and then I'm also going to get a 4%. So I look at this 5% plus 4%, 9%. 9% on utilities, man. Who's thinking like this other than Rob? Everybody talking about a recession and everybody showing a little depression. But hey, man, what I say on investment, Rob, I'm riding the wave, baby. I can't swim, I can't surf, but I'm holding on to the surfboard, and I got one of them little, what you call them little things, life jacket. I got a floaty on, baby. I'm holding on because I'm gonna find a way when it seems like there's no way. I'm going to find a way. I ain't going to always do it by myself. It might be a viewer, it might be a subscriber, it might be Shelton from your favorite couple, it might be Why I Love to Motivate, but I guarantee it's going to be the man upstairs. But I'm going to find a way. So I'm taking, during this market crash, recession, I'm taking no money because I had to pay my electric bill, and I done got me $20 out of that, and then so I got 20, then I'm going to put it over here and get 4 more %. That's the road to the right. Now we're going to go to the fork to the left. Fork to the left is similar to the fork to the right, but it has more opportunities. So when you take the fork to the right, you're going to see a building here, go down a half a block, another building. But when you take that fork to the left, you're going to see building after building and building, because I'm going to take that $20 and I'm going to either move it into Robinhood, Coinbase, or one of my other brokerages. Why? I'm going to look at my investments. I don't expect just because it got 50% last year, it's going to get 50% this year. But let's just say, rarely does it happen. It could happen this year. I don't know. What's my favorite word? Options, baby. So I'm going to take my $20 and I'm going to dip to the left, and I'm going on over here to Robinhood, man. Put my $20 in there, and I'm going to probably buy me 2 stocks and 2 cryptos. Give me some safe, probably a utility stock and something that's doing pretty good right now. T-Mobile's doing pretty good. Aflac's doing pretty good. A couple of other companies, Costco, Waste Management. And I can also, I'm going to buy me some Bitcoin and some XRP, the hottest two. Now, why did I split my, now there's 2 forks. Right savings account, left brokerage account. Now we're on the left, we're at the brokerage account. But at the brokerage, remember I told you there was more buildings. There was more opportunities, more options. Over here, all I'm doing is one building, I'm putting my money in a high yield savings account, earning 4%. Emergency fund. Over here, I'm going to at least, if the market crashes like it is right now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but last week, Bitcoin was traded at $86,000, $87,000 a coin. Yesterday it was up to 93,000. That's 6,000. Y'all know what I do every day, man. This is no joke. I just started last month. Every day I buy $1 worth of XRP. It only costs 2, so I'm getting a half a coin every day. At the end of the month, I'm gonna have 15 coins. At the end of the year, 15 times 12, that's about 300. All right, moving on. We're gonna jump in these comments, man. Y'all, and now and let it be known, I'm using the crypto just for a safe haven and just in case. But I'm using those stocks, and I'm anticipating no less than 25%. This year, probably 18 to 20. So I've turned that $20 where I earn 5% and either turn it into not kind of like 9% going to a high yield savings account, or something say like 25% putting it in a brokerage. If it goes up 20%, I already earned 5%. Then I'm getting dividends. I took a US bank, a credit card, earned cash back, and I put it through what I'm gonna call the PBT cycle. The PBT cycle, baby. I took the cash back. I moved it. I didn't go buy no necklace or no watch or anything like that. I'm gonna turn it either 9% or more. And I'm probably gonna do the high yield savings until I get my emergency fund, then I'll move over here. Take the left fork. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. And I didn't learn this overnight. I'll tell y'all how I learned it by, I'm not a big book reader. I can read something on the screen, like a website. I don't like reading no book, flipping page. I be losing my spot and stuff. Thank God they came up with laptops and computers and a cursor, because I just put my cursor where I am. Now I go do whatever I got to do, come back, I know where I am. But I watched a lot of YouTubers. When Google University and YouTube State College were established, my whole life changed. Y'all may say that's a little dramatic, Rod. I'm about to get in these comments. Seriously, my whole life changed, because when I was a younger whippersnapper, I'm country, y'all, but when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, going to this thing called college, I didn't have the accessibility that I have now. I had to go to the library and look for a book, if they had one, on how to flip money. Well, the libraries I went to didn't have no book called How to Flip Money. They maybe said Personal Finance or Money Secrets, all them old whack, over-the-top names. But now, in today's society, ladies and gentlemen, take 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, an hour, whatever you can spare, and you can go to, and then once I went to the library and went to college, I had to pay, and I only went for a year because my family, this is real talk, my family couldn't afford it. So after 1 year, I had to drop out of college. I only got a Pell Grant, I guess, for 1 year or something. I don't know. I was crushed. My mother was even more crushed. But now, when I couldn't find how to flip money, I can go to Google University. I want y'all to start thinking of this term, FF. I can go to Google University, FF, and I can go to YouTube State College, FF. FF stands for free. I can go to Google for free. I can go to YouTube for free, and I bet you I'm going to find a video on YouTube. I ain't got to put personal finance and money matters and, oh my God, how can I beat the market and all these over-the-top names. I can get a little hood with it. I can get a little real with it. I can get down to earth with it. How can I flip my money? Enter. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a whole line of videos on YouTube and a whole bunch of articles on Google, and I'm going to be able to pick and choose FF for free what I want to watch or read. I'm thinking about a little puppy right now. Back in the day, I had to drive all over and look at an encyclopedia and try to figure out the puppy. And now they're mixing up puppies. And then you get to the store, they don't have a puppy. But now, today, I was at YouTube State College, and I was looking at the little two puppies I'm thinking about. That's why I was a little late for this live stream. Them little two puppies had me caught up. But anyway, man, methodical. Anyway, let me jump in these comments, and I'm coming back, man. And we got my main man, Devin, a channel member in the Heezy, baby. Say, hey, Rod, how are you tonight? I'm well, man. I'm well. Spent a lot of time today decide what I was going to talk about on PBT, because I got like 6, 7, 8 articles. 8 topics where I'm just waiting to release. So I'm doing well, man. Very productive day to day. Speaking of which, hey, I want to welcome everybody from Facebook that's tapped in. I can't see any Facebook comments. I am attending another course. I signed up for a course today on how to broadcast to Instagram. I started my first class, and I think I got an F on the test because I couldn't get it done before the live. And we're not broadcasting to Facebook. I'm trying to be like a astronaut. No, that ain't good. I want to be all over the planet. I want to be on everything. I ain't going all this lemonade and Kool-Aid and all them things. I got enough. But Jonathan said, hi there from Flushing, New York. Have you heard about the fee going up on the United Airlines credit card? Yes. Was it 150 or no? Which one? It was one of them that was kind of stupid. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do probably live on what I think about airline credit cards. I've seen the light. I'm gonna leave it at that. I've seen the light. So yeah, Jonathan, I think it was 150 or 450. I can't remember which one. But anyway, man, unless you just flying every day, every week. I've had my Cash Plus. Devin says he's had his Cash Plus for almost 9 years. He said, Devin, I'm curious, man, if you don't mind telling the people, what 2 categories do you have and what 1 category? I know you got like 50 cards, and it's hard to use so many different cards, man. So I'm curious to see how you got yours set up. Devin said, I also have another card that sometimes give 5% on utilities and some that sometimes give statement credit on utilities. See, the key word, Devin. Wasn't it well, a lot of y'all might be too young for this commercial, but it was a commercial that says, sometime I feel like a nut, sometime I don't. Ever since then, and then I went and bought one, both of them was nasty, Almond Joy and Mounds. I do not like coconut. Ever since that moment, I don't like the word sometimes. So with that being said, I don't need a car that sometimes. I hear what you're saying, Devin, but I'm point blank, man. I'm gonna hit you right between the eyes, points blank, baby. I need a car that's all the time. Not sometime, all the time. But hey, man, you got 50 cars. So I know we got my main man, Mojo, representing that Navajo Nation in the crib. Say, how's it going, sir? What's going on, man? Salute, my brother. You and Devin, both of y'all been rocking with me since the beginning. And speaking of which, man, hold on here. I got to do something, man, for all the beginning people that rock with me. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody for being here tonight. You are rocking with one of the best, I guess. Your boy Rod, man. Do me a favor. We're going to take a pause for the cause. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to take you. However long it take me to take that, to say this, that's going to be the pause. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, hit that like button below on it. Kiss it. I don't care what you do to it. Just make sure you hit the thumbs up and it changes colors. Devin says, my Cash Plus started at $6,000 through a pre-qualified offer I had 9 years ago. Yeah, man, a lot done changed then. I watched something yesterday. Wow, man, they about to tighten up, y'all. So I'm telling you right now, it's really not the time to be getting emotional about credit limit increase. Cause I'm telling you, man, they being whoever making the rules, they don't trust nobody right now. They don't trust that nobody are going to be able to fulfill their financial obligations because they ain't stupid. They watching the news just like we watching the news. People getting laid off. You got government people being laid off. Then called back to work, and then I don't know what happened in between that. Where they took a package, then they didn't want to do the package, then they brought. I don't know what happened. And people going to have to make choices now. I'm going to tell you, this is a test. This is a test of the PBT broadcasting system. If I got $100 and I got to get to work, I got to get some gas. To get to work, I got to eat, and I got to pay my credit card bill. Fill up my car is about $50. If I eat, I don't know how I'm going to do I ain't going to the grocery store. I ain't got time. I'm a millennial. I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to go to McDonald's every day and I'm going to allot myself $10. Oh, Lord, I can't even pay my credit card. My credit card bill $250. Well, I got to eat. And I got to get to work. Forget that credit card bill. And that's what it's going to come down to, ladies and gentlemen. People are going to have to make hard choices. I've been there. And I chose the necessities. And the necessities, this was years ago, not now, years ago. I had to choose the necessities, man. I can't pay none of it if I don't go to work. And I can't get to work if I don't have no gas. And I ain't going to have no energy if I don't eat. Duh. Wait. Why Loves to Motivate, channel member, and also part of the PBT executive team. Good evening, Rod and Chad. Got the heart with the hands. I can't do that to save my life. Plus, hey, y'all, I got demoted from a cast to a wrist brace. They told me I could take it off to sleep, but I'm scared too, man. So I might just wear this the rest of my life. I don't know. Might just wear it, man. And then my wrist feel good, then I go lift something that hurt. Hey, Vic, yours, what I'm telling you, I saw Pretty Timmy in here said, what's up, Rob? Man, I was in a live Tuesday libations, I don't know if I'm liberations, libations. Event Yours got a bunch of content, man. Her live stream, it was so cool. And I was wondering, I was like, hey, where's Pretty Timmy? And Pretty Timmy hadn't made it home from work yet. And then he was just coming in, and Tanya said, he gonna be down here before the show over. And next thing you know, man, he said, I'm here, man. And it's just a blast over there. And Event Yours showing love to Why Love. Hello to all in the chat. And then now, here go to Why Love. How are you, Why Love? Pretty Timmy said, hello, everyone in the chat. Pretty Timmy is in the building. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of that, we got 10 real homies in the building. We got 10 thumbs up. We're equal. But I know we have more than 10 people roll through. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up, make sure you do it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, I'm working on some stuff, man. I need y'all to check out. The PBT channel memberships. Hey, man, I was shocked. I was in Event Yours, not on the screen, but I was in the comments on Event Yours live last night. And one of the things she said is that, I forgot my train of thought, man. I'm going to have to explain all that. Oh, yeah, she was talking about the channel memberships, and because I'm putting travel deals, I'm putting credit card offers that you may not know about, special offers, anything that's important and I don't have time to shoot a video. Every once in a while I'll put it out to the public, but the majority of it is going to channel members. And I think channel memberships start at like $3 or something like that, and go up to 10 or something like that, man. I'm a channel member on my own channel. Speaking. Why Loves to Motivate said driving but listening. Yeah, don't be on that phone, man. You just keep on listening. And man, I love to see this. I gotta find something though. I gotta find something, man. I gotta find something that is missing in action. Lord have mercy. Oh, there you go. And I want to take the time to thank my main man, Pretty Timmy, for that $9.99. What? Super chat. One more time for the people in the back. Super chat. Thank you, Pretty Timmy. I appreciate it, man. That'll go straight back to the channel. We keep promoting this stuff and doing stuff. And I don't know, I guess today was experiment day. Because I have a mic. Well, it's way over there. I ain't getting up. And I think I'm going to, if I have enough plugs, I'm going to include my mic. I got one of them podcast mics. I recently got 3 CLIs. Live wouldn't be alive on PBT if Devin didn't get no credit limit increases. Devin, tell me what you got, baby. Talk to your boy. Tell me what you got. CLIs is credit limit increases. You're going to see acronyms over here, and your boy's going to do his best to break it down. That's the way to go now online to save time and money, because time is money. That's what I'm talking about. Time is money, man. And, just think, how far would we be if technology would have happened, say, in our previous generation's time? Man, we already be on some spaceships. Why Loves was telling me, I was in Phoenix, man. I saw, they got some cars out there that ain't got no people driving, right? It's just a car. And it is like somewhere between a weather car, like with all these antennas, a police car because it got a big blue thing on top, a spaceship, it's some wheels. And I think I got a picture, but I can't never get it big enough to show it and put it on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, follow me at Points Blank Travel on IG, baby. But she told me she saw a car that had stalled. So ain't nobody driving the car, y'all. This car does not have a drive. Autonomous or something they call them or something. It's some computers running it. And maybe a dude or a woman at the computer doing some stuff. But the car was just sitting there, just stopped. I was like, what if the car just go crazy? Like get all mixed up and back up and do some donuts and three-wheel motion. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, boy, I be seeing some stuff. Hey, John T, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. It's Happy Wednesday. Speaking of Happy Wednesday, we're going to get back on this Wednesday tip. Because Tanya was reading, everybody when they go live. And I used to have certain schedules. Now I just pop up when I want to, man. That's that somewhere between retired and, you know, getting up there in age. You just do stuff when you want to, you know. It's starting to bleed off. And we got Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God. Boy, that is a name right there. Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God. Salute everyone with a name like that. I got to salute you, bro. I like that. And you got the saint symbol and the dollar sign. Ooh, the money bag. Get to the bag, baby. Am I on investing with Rod or PBT? I like that. Hey, Flat Power God, man. I like that. Hey, I can't say all that now, so I'm just going to call you Most Hated Bronze. I ain't going to call you Most Hated. We don't want to confuse nobody. Happy Hump Day, everyone. Let's live your best life. Hey, Pretty Timmy always said it, you know, that's another glass half full individual. Pretty Timmy always positive. Except when Tanya make a drink he don't like. Then he'll say it's trash, but everything else he positive with. And you always hear him say he living his best life. I don't know when or if this dude have bad days. Hey, I'm just saying. Devin says, I never used 2% categories on the Cash Plus card because of having cards with 4% on restaurants, 5% on gas unlimited, and 6% for groceries. There you go. And I probably 4% on restaurants, that could be, would that be the Capital One Saver or American Express Gold? 5% on gas. I think that's one of your like Dux Unlimited cards or some kind of card you got to remember. And 6% for groceries. That has to be the Amex Blue Cash Preferred. Master your crowd, baby. I'm just looking at it. And I you know, it didn't start out like that. But then when you start getting it and you start seeing these cash back deposits and you start taking trips around the world or around the country, and then you get upgraded in hotels, and you now, instead of passing by first class, you dip it in the first class and getting in your seat. You start to become a master of your craft because you want it more. And it ain't. You know, you have negative things out there that people want more of, but this is positive. You're outside. I took a flight, man. Dude was in my seat. I guess I don't even want to say what I really think. But I got to say, hey, man, I had to go back, y'all. Now, everybody coming on the plane. I'm in first class, but luckily I was in the front. I had to go back against traffic and get the little flight attendant. I say, man, am I on the right plane? My seat ain't available. And this dude, she went up and she said, excuse me, sir, you're in his seat. This fool, does he want to sit here? Dude, would he like to sit by the window? Because what it was, he had some woman here. Man, I had to woo-saw because I didn't want to get arrested before my flight. But I said, hey, man, if I wanted to sit by the window, I would have picked the window when I booked the flight. I don't want to sit by no window. I want to sit by the aisle. And I can't say this no simple. You need to get your ass out of my seat. And that was it. He got up, moved. And he wasn't, matter of fact, he wasn't even on my row. He was back there. Boy, I tell you, man. How many people we got in here? 12 and 12, man. I'm telling y'all, man, the life and times of Rod T, baby. All right, I always split cards on my cell phone bill because I have other cards that give 5% on cell phone bill. That's smart. Why is Devin? I don't know why you're doing it, but I'm going to say why I think you're doing it. If you split it on it, because you only got $2,000 each quarter on the Cash Plus, but if you split it and put it on a different card, you will relieve some money to use 5% on the Cash Plus. I mean, you may be thinking something different. This is how your boy Rod is thinking. And we got my main man. Hey, man, fellow sailor, fellow squid, better be a fellow shellback. We got my main man, Vince Lawson, just crossed the quarterdeck, senior. Oh, I got to tell y'all about that. Hope I didn't miss ship's movement, man. Dude breaking out Navy terms, y'all. Oh, Lord, I'm having flashbacks. Man, I wish I was in the Navy right now. That was like the easiest job. Hey, Pretty Timmy was in the Air Force. It was easy. I mean, you had some dumb days, but overall, it was cool. It was easy, man. But so what he just said in everyday terms, he just crossed the quarterdeck. Now, I think on Celebrity and Royal Caribbean and Virgin, they call it the gangway. They call it the gangway. We call the gangway, you like on the gangway, you just go around that little maze and then you walk on the ship and that's it. They may check your little boarding pass. On a Navy ship, when you cross the quarterdeck, you will stop on the brow. First time I had to do this, I was like, please don't let me fall in this water because I can't swim. But you will stop on the brow, that little, it ain't like no gangway, y'all. It's a thing that be wobbling and moving up and down depending on how the waves going. That's probably from the ship to the pier. It could be 12 feet, 15 feet. I don't know. I ain't never measured. I was trying to run across in case I fell in. Well, you walk up there and you'll get to a certain point and you'll face the United States flag. You'll salute the flag, drop your salute, turn back. Now, if you're in regular civilian clothes, you ain't saluting. You just stop, stand at attention, show your respect to the flag, then turn around. You're in uniform, you better salute. Then you get up to the dude, you pull out your government ID or your military ID and say, request permission to come aboard. Permission granted, permission denied. That's how you get on a Navy ship. All the gangway, you just pop on, poof, I'm here. Yeah. All right, so, and then he says senior because my last rank was senior chief petty officer in the U.S. Navy. He missed ship's movement. Yeah, you missed ship's movement. If the ship leave a port, let's say you're in station San Diego, and the ship is going out to sea for 3 days to do whatever, and you don't go, you late, you driving through traffic and the ship leave at 8 and you get that 8:05 and it's gone, or you see it, usually it ain't gonna move that far in 5 minutes. You're gonna see it, but you can't catch it because you can't drive your car in the water, you can't dive in the water and climb up there. It's a big ship. You have to suffer the consequences, and it's gonna be called missing ship's movement. You're probably gonna lose a half month's pay for 2 months. Possibly get reduced in rank, 1 rank, and be restricted for a certain amount of days. All right, talking too much. Moving on up. See what you started, Vince? And man, I gotta thank you, Vince. Yo, whoa. I ain't seen one of these in a long time. My super chat button might not even work after this here. I wanna thank you, Vince, yours, which is Tanya and Pretty Timmy. For that $19.99 super chat. Can't let hubby outdo me, Rob. Well, hey, hubby, she outdoing you. You got to outdo her now. But before we get to that, thank you, Tanya, for that super chat. Much love to you, man. And I almost wasn't going to go live, man. I was over there trying to figure out this Instagram and started running out of time, boy. Glad. We still got 12 real homies. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We appreciate the support. Thank you, Wild Loves. I really do, man. That's Event Yours and Pretty Timmy, and they are. They also have another channel, TNT Connect, man. Make sure y'all check that out. And they also do Saturday nights drinks and deliberations. And I think I finally got that right. And they have several people on the panel. House of X, TJ's Destination, On the Go with YOLO, and then they may have another guest, and also Tanya from Event Yours, and just tasting different liquors. You know? Man, this here is nice. Yeah, a floaty. Yeah, man, a floaty. Yeah, that what you call life jacket, floaty. Yeah, I don't trust them things, man. You know, when I'm on an airplane, I'm going to tell y'all a secret, man. Let me leave you back. When I'm on an airplane, you know, you get on the plane. I'm just be looking when they start backing up so I can put my thing in airplane mode. But when they had a little person up there, in the case of a loss of pressure, you know, your mask going to drop down. And in the case we crash over water, there is a flotation device underneath your seat. You put it on, I already know how this worked because we had them in the Navy. First of all, this how they set up, y'all. If it wasn't no charge over 50 pounds, I'd probably get me a scuba tank because that's going to be the only way I survive if we land in the water. Because on a life jacket, they got a string. Y'all might not have ever looked at it, but I was in the Navy 20 years. They got a string, and you pull it. And when you pull it, it inflates the life jacket. But if it malfunctions, and in Rod's world, it's probably going to malfunction because I'm going to be nervous, and I'm probably just going to jerk it so hard. Next thing I know, the string over here, the life jacket's still right here. Don't fear, there's a backup plan. They got a little tool. You got to turn it counterclockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I always remember that. So you turn it left, and you got to blow. You got to blow into it till it blow up. It's the same life jacket on the plane as it is on the ship. Well, me being a non-swimmer and scared to death, I probably ain't going to have much breath, and I ain't trying to rhyme. So I probably get mine halfway blown up, so I'll probably be halfway under the water. That's just how I look at it. So yeah. Anyway, we got Wiley Hustle, man. This is a beautiful evening. We got Mika in the house. What's going on? Get my love to Trap. Good to see you here, my sister. Hope all is well. Man, I've been checking everything out on Instagram, man. And, you know, my heart goes out to you in Trap. And Devin, man, I think, hey, PBT in chat, I thought you had, maybe I'm tripping over here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all another secret. Not all the time, but sometimes. I just know that you cut all your hair, okay, with the Caesar cut. That's what they call it. I thought your head looks. Oh, she thought my head looked smaller. It do, man. I lost some weight, not on purpose. And man, I'm telling you, if you ever want to lose some weight, there's a couple things you can do. That's a whole nother live. I'll probably do that on the Points Blank Experience. But anyway, if you see me wear a hat, there's a high possibility I need a haircut. I don't like wearing a hat when I got a fresh cut. I will, but when they used to cost $15, I wasn't going to cover up my $15 haircut. So I wasn't wearing no hat till it got crazy. I paid $35 the other day, so I really ain't put no hat on. Matter of fact, I'm trying to find something that you can like put around your ear and then go up and shine at night. So I have a spotlight on my hair. I'm kidding, y'all. I ain't doing all that. Tell me I knew your hair looks small. I'm well, Devin. How are you? Hold up, man. And yours is speaking of Wiley Hustle. Ain't it good to see Wiley Hustle in here, man? Matter of fact, Wiley Hustle, man. You know I got mad love for you. Good to see you here. Good to see everybody here. All the homies coming out tonight. Well, I love some more. I typically don't do cashback. I enjoy cashing in my points for gift cards. And see, she has a reason for that. I'll let her explain it if she chooses to. But for her, and that brings up a good point. I'm telling y'all what I do. But you may have a different strategy. Just know that you're earning cash back that you can actually do something with. I have several watches that I purchased from back then. Let's just say it may not have been a credit card, recycling aluminum. I was making good money. I didn't want to spend the money I was working for. So I would, once I got to California, realize what that California redemption value meant. I used to say, what is this? And then I noticed the water would be $1 and $1.08 with tax, but it was always $1.10 or $1.13. Like, hey man, what they charging me for? They charge you, so you really ain't getting over. They charge you in California the recycling fee, whatever the redemption value is, either 2.5% for one less than 2 liters and above 2 liters, 5 cents. And then in order to get you back, you got to go recycle it. But anyway, man, I've always done stuff like this. So it's just different ways. Different people do it different ways. I mean, some people do it to invest. Some people go buy clothes. Some people get gift cards. One thing I can say, you really don't have to because it's, as I put it, free money. But try to have a strategy. Like right now, I'm going to use one of my cashback cards. I haven't had a chance to think about it because I was rather busy today. working on the channels. But one of the things, I want a little puppy, man. I really do. And I don't really want to, just in case me and him or her don't, and I'm leaning toward her, because the little boys be doing things that, anyway, um, if it don't work out, and I have to like give it to a better owner, and that's what I mean when I said maybe if someone's better than me and it's just too much if I'm traveling and all that, at least I can look at it and say, well, I bought this puppy with cash back that I flipped like pancakes with the stock market and crypto, and voila. And the little dog was looking at, was $2,700. I almost asked him, was he gonna talk to me at some point? Like, hey, Rod, what you doing? You know, like a cartoon or something. But I just left it alone. I didn't want to look cheap. And while the hustle speaking to event yours, and while love speaking to everybody, I don't know why love. Sometimes I don't want some of their options of gift card. Yeah, man, they do be giving you some. But you know what you can do though? Nah, that's a whole different thing. That's something different. Something different. Or tell you what you can do, man. Tell y'all how to beat this here. When you, boy, I'm telling you, I don't have an answer for everything, but I've seen a lot of different. Let me get a little bougie. I've seen a lot of scenarios. So this is what Rob would do. I guess I should have named this. This is what Rob would do show. Now, in event yours, in Tanya's case, now while Love's, obviously she got the gift cards she won when she redeemed her cash back for gift cards. But when event yours go to look, they don't have good options for her. She don't want some of the options. Here's what I would do. If you go to Kroger or a grocery store, maybe a Walmart, definitely Kroger, I send a whole third of an aisle full of gift cards, every company you can imagine. Redeem your cash back. Redeem your cash back for cash back. And then take that cash back. Then yours may not have time for this, but I'm just telling you how to do it. And then go to the grocery store where they have a wider selection of gift cards. Take your cash back, buy the gift card you want, problem solved. You know, back in the day, I never understood when I used to write letters what the PS meant. You know, like you finish a letter, love, Rod. Oh, PS. It stands for problem solved in 2025. Problem solved, baby. Moving on. Devin, you've been busy preparing for my surgery. Oh, man. How you, well, when I prepared for I don't even know, it wasn't even, they told me it wasn't even a surgery, but they put me to sleep. I got a colonoscopy, a couple of them. I was just busy. I ain't know nothing. Don't listen to me. I ain't going to say what I was about to say. I have on June 4th and possibly a test I have to do for it. So you've been preparing for the test. But hey, man, my prayers are with you, David. I ain't going to even say no more than that. My prayers are with you. I would love it if they offer more reward points equal cash for Amazon. That would get a lot of use. My Amex does that. The only thing with Amex, keep it. Take a look at it, Tanya. Just you may already know, but in case you don't, when you redeem Amex points via Amazon, you're not getting 1 cent for 1 point. You're getting something like 0.6 cents per point. Where with cash back, if they do use a point systems like Chase, it's going to be 1 point equal 1 cent, 1-to-1 ratio. American Express 0.6 to 1. So I learned that the hard way, and I also learned something with points and miles, which I'm going to do a separate video or live on that when it comes to American Express. EY, I'm so happy Rod got if it's yours. I'm like, who, what the heck? I thought you left the H off. Like, hey, EY, if it's yours, I'm so happy Rod got a haircut. Yeah, man, I was wilding out in here. I tell you what it reminded me of, man. Y'all ever seen that episode of Martin where he went and got with these group of people and he had one half his hair was an afro and the other half was braided, man? That was one of the funniest episodes. And that's what I felt like. But I was thinking, man, I wasn't worried about my hair. I was thinking, and as y'all can see, I done put a lot of stuff together, and now it's just about to be, I don't even know if I can say that word. It's about to be off the chain. Vince says, after getting an IHG and Amex card, it's hard using my other cards like Quicksilver or PenFed 2% cash back because I value hotels / air miles more. How do you balance using them? Huh. Great question, man. Hold on, let me. I wish this was the points back. I gotta shift my weight here. All right, I only read a question twice if I like it or don't understand, and now I'm going to add a third category if I just really need to absorb. After getting an IHG, so he got an IHG card, an Amex card, it's hard using my other cards like Quicksilver or PenFed 2% cash back because I value hotels, airlines more. How do you balance using them? Okay, IHG, I don't have an IHG card, but I do have a way to access IHG points. We're going to talk about that. And Amex. Now, what I would do if I was running an Amex ecosystem, which is American Express, the only time that I would use my Quicksilver, my PenFed, is if I did not, if my, what card you say you had, IHG and your Amex card, if it didn't fall in a bonus, if it's a non-bonus category, that's when you're going to use, because if you use the gold card and it's not a restaurant or it's not a grocery store and a couple other categories, you're only going to get 1 point or 1%. So the way I do it, I know with that gold card, if I only have 2 cards, let's say I have the gold card and my Capital One Quicksilver card. Well, why? When I go to the grocery store, I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to shop for groceries. I'm going to get 4 times the points or 4% cash back. After I leave the grocery store, oh man, I think I want a slush or a Slurpee. So I'm going to stop at 7-Eleven, but I don't get 4% with my gold card on gas. Business gold I would, but regular gold I wouldn't. Only grocery stores and restaurants. If I use my gold card, I'm only getting 1% at the gas station for my Slurpee. But Rod's going to pull out his Quicksilver card, because that's the other card he got, and he's getting 2% cash back. That's what I do. I'll use those cards like that, Vince, for my non-bonus categories. But if you want to get a little more technical, I'm not sure what IHG is giving back in redemption, but I know IHG is a transfer partner with Chase and American Express, and that's why I'm gonna do this whole video on, probably do 2 separate ones, hotel cards and airline cards. I mean, you get some good perks with hotel, but airline, I don't know, man. Why loves, why? He looks handsome with a fresh haircut. Oh, whoa. I've been watching too. Y'all, I watched some crazy TV shows last night, man. I can't even remember the name of them. I can't wait to tell you why I love. Boy. Ooh, wait. Anyway, Vince, I do treasure the travel points as well. I always get good hotel stay, but I just wish those points paid more towards flights. That's what costs the most. Now, all right, Tony, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you. Now, I know you're an American Express type of lady. Great choice. All right, here's what we're gonna do, Tony. I'm gonna take you down the road to Rod. What the heck is all this on my pen? I don't know what I got going on over here. I think I do. Anyway, so you treasure the hotel points. You always get. I'm gonna take this timer off. I don't remember how I did it, so I got to figure it out. But you wish those points paid more towards flights. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You live in, I know where you live, so you're closer to a Delta hub. Well, with American Express, depending on which card you have, you can get 4 times the points at grocery stores, gas station, all these other places, and transfer that to Delta. Here's what I like to do. I'm in an American hub. I'm in Dallas, American Airlines. I'm going to earn my 5%, 5 times the points with my Chase Freedom Flex. On the categories they choose each quarter, I'm going to earn 3 times the points on my Freedom Flex and Freedom Unlimited and my Chase Sapphire Preferred at restaurants, 3 times the points at drugstores, and 1.5 times the points everywhere else. So what I've been doing is really focusing on Chase, because The way you have to do it is not like American Express will pool all your points together. Chase is going to separate the points per each card. If you have 3 cards, it's going to be 3 different points. But you'll take the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited. You have to have a Sapphire card. You'll transfer those points. Freedom Flex, no annual fee. Freedom Unlimited, no annual fee. No annual fee. Transfer them to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which has a $95 annual fee. And then you can, if you want, but you don't have to. You can go through the website. You can go through American Airlines or Delta. In my case, American Airlines. But I'm going to use the travel portal, and I'm not going to do it I'm going to use points. But what Chase is going to do, and I'm going to try to use simple math here. Let me see. Yeah. 4. I got a $400 flight. I'm going to, now if I book through American, it's going to be a $400 flight. But if I book through the Chase travel portal by transferring my points into the Chase Sapphire Preferred, 1 card, now you got to go the other way. $400 instead of, remember how we did the points, the decimal point, 2 spaces to the left, that will tell us the dollars. Now we got to do it the other way. $400 flight, period. Go 2 spaces to the right. That's going to be a total of 40,000 points or miles, whatever you want to call it. $400, so I need 40,000 miles. But one thing that Chase does is Chase is going to give me a 25% discount because I am using points and I'm booking through the Chase travel portal. So it's not going to cost me 40,000 points. It's going to cost me 25% of that. It's pretty simple. That's why I use 400. It's going to cost me 30,000 points. I take my 30,000 points. I take my decimal, 30,000 period, move the period over 2 spaces. It's going to cost me $300, but if I had booked through American, it would have cost $400. M-O-M-C. Master of my craft. Y'all, I didn't learn this overnight. It took a whole lot of trials and tribulations. But why should everybody have to go through this? This is why I created a YouTube channel. I went through the heartache and the pain, and now I just want to share it with everybody. All right, moving on, man. Why loves, I understand. Gift card options are not always the best, but when I travel, it's cool to have them for breakfast or lunch meals. Great idea. See, that's a strategy. And you know, I like that. That's a strategy. And we got Lisa J. Stocks in the building. Oh, we got the 100,000. Man, where y'all at? The last time I think y'all was at 135,000 subscribers. We got Katrin Culture in the building, man. Silver plaque award winning Katrin Culture. Last I checked, 135,000 subscribers. Man, they doing it big over there. They doing it big. So y'all check them out. Hello, Chad. Hello, Rod. Hey, here we go. I'm going backwards there. I love you can have them things. No law. Got the heavy hitters in here tonight. We do have 10 Real Homies, 14 thumbs up, and I want to thank everybody still sticking around. We are going to speed up. I have been rocking 1 hour and 18 minutes. We will not exceed 1 hour and a half. So if you're speaking to everyone, I may just pull them up, but I probably won't read them. Y'all, but just keep showing the love for the sake of y'all time. I'm just going to try to get through this here. The new annual fee for the United cards are the same as the Delta cards. Okay. Well, what I know that's like $150, $395 for yeah. It's not. Flights is not worth it because basically all I get, depending on how much I spend, is a free check bag. Now that is valuable because you got a $99 annual fee, and if you fly, you have 2 bags, and you fly round trip, and they're $30 a piece. 30 times 4, that's $120. Where I think first 2 bags fly free depending on who you with. Everybody's showing love. One card that's good for this topic would be the Discover It Miles card. I did a video on that. I may revisit that, Vince. I did a video on that a long time ago. It matches how much you spend in your first year. Then you can deposit it into a high yield, but it has to be primary or you'll lose. It's got to be, but the only thing about that, so my bonus categories on the Discover It, it's going to give me Discover It miles. It's going to give me whatever, and then they'll double it. But after the first year, what good? I mean, am I going to get the same? I think the Discover It miles maybe a little less earning potential than the Discover It. What's up, YouTube? Experiment says, Hot Rod Cash Plus is a cool car, but US Bank is tough like nails to get approved without an existing banking relationship. I finally got my first US Bank credit card, the Altitude Connect, but Cash Plus is a sweet card. Thank you, YouTube Experiment. He's been rocking with me for a while. Let me break it down. Let me clear my throat. Seriously. I don't have an answer for everything, but again, I went through the trials and tribulations, and I go to YouTube State College. Well, one of the things that Rod typically do, and I got fussed at by somebody about this not too long ago, I have a banking relationship with most credit card issuers that I deal with. I have and I'm only going to name a couple. I was forced to get the U.S. Bank checking. I have a Citi checking and savings. I have a Discover checking, savings, and money market. I have American Express savings checking and business checking. I have a Chase checking, Bank of America checking. I mean, I established, especially when I used to hear they were tough, I established a relationship with the banks. And I didn't establish with no $500,000. I put 25, 30. Then the next month I might put 5. And then the next month I might put 10. And they're seeing consistency. They're seeing consistency. It worked for me. I don't know about y'all, but hey, appreciate you bringing that up, man. Glad to see you recuperate. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, it's been wild out here in these streets with a C. Man, we got all the old homies in the house. We got my main man, Neo 100. Also, a channel member says, hello, everyone. What up, Neo? Neo is another one that's been rocking with me for a long, long time. Appreciate you being here. And Lisa J. Stops is saying, good evening, everyone. Waymo. What's Waymo, Lisa? I mean, it's probably something with the car. I've heard, I'm probably thinking about Venmo, man. All right, David says his credit limit increases or CLIs was $2,500 on his Caesars Visa and Sportsman Warehouse and $10,000 on my Sam's Club's business card. You get googly woobly. So you got a roughly $15,000 credit limit increase. Man, hey David, man, what you gonna buy me for Christmas, man? My birthday in August, my anniversary of YouTube in October, man. You got all these credit limit increases, man. Hook your boy up. 4% of the restaurants with no annual fee is the Altitude Go. Okay, cool. 4% of restaurants with no annual fee. I wanted that car because it was vertical, but I never got it. Hi, man, while I was doing all these little initials, I'm glad I'm familiar. That's Catherine Culture. Yes, sir, the Air Force was living your best life. Love it so much, stayed for 30 years. Man, I wanted to do 30. Man, boy, hey, salute, Pretty Timmy, salute. 30 years, man, that's a long time. Long time. I did 20 years and 26 days, y'all. The only reason I did 26 days is because I joined on the 4th, and they have to retire you at the end of the month. I would join in September, 30 days. That's how I got the extra 26 days. But I wasn't working. I was off or something. But I wanted to do 30, man. But then I started looking at generation, whatever we on. AAA, quadruple A, B, whatever generation. And there was certain things we did in the Navy where we didn't want nobody to know where we were. But then all I started to see was this. People at Kroger about to walk in front of a car. People about to walk off a cliff because they're too busy looking at their phone. And I know, because I was in the Navy when they first came out with cell phones. And there was always somebody out there trying to sneak and see if they got a signal. And if this one cellular first started popping. And if you was close enough to land, you could get a signal. Maybe another signal to call and say, hey, baby, how you, did it go there? But at least they heard the voice, you heard them something. Well, that's what I said, it's time to go, man. I could get killed by a cell phone call. If they out here looking at their cell phone, they ain't paying attention to what's going on. And I'm a firm believer With the Navy, one person can kill several. So, nope. In other words, crossing the quarterdeck means I just entered the building. USS Bonhomme Richard. What was that? I know it was number 6. My boy Phil. Did you know Phil Reed, man? Vince, let me know if you knew Phil Reed. ITCM. Let me know if you're still in here, man. Hey, we got to keep it up to Griffiths, channel members as well as part of the alliance. What's up, Rod? We've been here listening in, just popping in the chat to say hello. I'm glad y'all popped in here. Appreciate y'all popping in. My other 5% on cell phones are Simply Cash business card with Amex, which is discontinued. I was ready to say, I ain't never heard of that with no Amex. Credit One Platinum. And sometimes Best Buy Visa, which I choose 5% categories quarter. Okay. I've never heard of Simply Cash. Sound pretty good though. 5% on cell phone. Credit One, I wouldn't touch them with a 100-foot pole. And Best Buy, it's pretty decent, depending on what all you buy. And the Griffiths is speaking. How long I got? I got 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 59 seconds. I gotta talk fast, man. I gotta talk fast. Everybody speaking. Everybody. Oh, I might not make it. Everybody in the club just speaking. Or manual flotation. Yeah, man. Game Master, what it do, man? Yeah, I ain't trying to make. Yeah, I fell in Lake, Big Bear Lake in California, man. I thought it was the end of the road for a ride. Yeah, I went 50 feet underwater. It was really about 5, but it felt like 50. I had a life jacket on at work. Immediately came to the top, and I was screaming like I was in a horror movie. And I jumped in this dude's boat and didn't request no permission to jump in, none of that. I just jumped in, cut my leg on the rudder. I ain't making none of this up. This really happened, y'all. And I retired from getting into anything larger than a jacuzzi after that. I said, if it's bigger than a jacuzzi, I'll get in the pool, but I ain't gonna do too much moving. I don't know how I did 20, well, I do, the grace of God. I did 20 years, 26 days, United States Navy, and don't know how to swim. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good, baby. Doing good, fam. How are y'all, Griffin? All right, man. I got it. All right. So slow, Griffin. CRV. What the hell is that, man? Oh, yeah. California Redemption Value. Yeah. You from the LBC. You know what I'm talking about. That's the Wild Love, so... They raised the CRV. It's a tax on the poor, but a pay raise for homeless that recycle. Well, yeah, I wasn't homeless, but I was recycling, man, because I wasn't getting a lot of money in the end. I was a young dude in the Navy. A girl puppy. No, I found that out while I didn't know. Oh, good. Y'all, I'm going to have to put this up here. I know I've been on too long. Now I'm going to have to put this up here. But I got to get through the comments. I ain't going to do too much more talking. I got to change my battery, but I'm going to keep talking. And they get pregnant and bring it back to you. No, they ain't either, Wild Love. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it whatever one it is, neutered or spayed. I can't remember which one. And we ain't going to have none of them problems. I already talked to the pet store about that. We ain't going to have no cycles. We ain't having no little grandkids. We ain't doing none of that. All we're going to have is one puppy unless we decide to get another. Ain't gonna happen. But my mom always had boy dogs, man. They be doing some wild stuff, man. It's kind of cool, I guess, but I just don't want to see that nowadays. And I think they still may do it even if they get fixed. I really don't want it, but they say the younger the better, but I really don't want it. Hopefully I buy a dog that already got it done. Because I don't want to have nothing to do with surgery and all that, and feeling guilty. All right, y'all, I'm coming, man. I'm coming around the mountain. I just had to change my battery. I had to do that in a long time. Let me straighten up my camera here. And I'll be back in 1, 2, 3, and we're back. All right. So, yeah, I'm getting a girl puppy. We ain't going to have all them problems. Invent yours. All right, okay. I got to look at this here. At Event Yours, Amex Amazon Business card is 1% when redeeming points, as well as the Amazon Visa cards. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Brother Sunflower. Yeah. Vince know what I'm talking about. I was Brother Sunflower the last couple of months, man. But I tell you what, it worked. Because came up with some good ideas, man. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Also hit that like button. I see we got 10 real homies, 14 thumbs up, and we are about, this is the last call for comments. Even when I know I'm losing with one time point, I'd rather that because I'm in the garden to travel business class international, and that's 300,000 points. With ISG, I have over 20 nights in points. Wow. So you got 20 nights, and you need 300,000 because you're going to take a business class international. Wait, where you say you're going again? You going to the Philippines or something? Man, I be seeing these people be getting them redemptions that be unbelievable, man. Let me know where you're going, though, man. Yep. Hashtag stab. All hotel points overseas are drastically less. Yes, they are. Rooms with IHG in America are over 30,000 nightly, but overseas they could be lower than 10,000. Yeah, I've seen that, and I heard it in our research, and I saw it. Stab is smart. I think it's 2 T's or something like that. Smarter than the average bear. You'll hear me say that from time to time. U.S. Bank offers upgrade your card. So if you're afraid of applying, if you have an existing credit card, I did that to get my Shopper Cash Rewards Visa. So you instead of applying, you just took one card and actually switched it to another card. All right, while Love is saying good night, I'm about to roll out too. My new limits are 18.5 on Caesars, 16.9K on Sportsman's, and 20K on your Sam's Club. Cool. Vince said, damn, been in the Navy before sales. Yeah, damn, been in the Navy. Oh, he said, damn, being in the Navy before sales is crazy. Bet you was the man during a fast crew. Was Reed a tall guy? Yeah, he was skinny and tall. IT. I think he was operation. He was my mentor in the Navy, man. I was on a shore duty with him and a ship with him. Hardest dude I ever worked for. BBC is the card that replaced and took over the Simply Cash card. So the Blue Business Cash card, even though it's 2% of everything on the BBC. Okay, so that's American Express Blue Business Cash card. Gotta go, have an early day tomorrow. Good night, everyone. And with that being said, we're gonna raise up too, man. We got one person in the crib. It's time to get out of here. I want to thank everybody that tapped in. If you are watching the replay, please, again, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, dropping more knowledge, dropping more fire, but more importantly, showing you how to travel around the world for little or no money out of your pocket. As I end each video and live stream on this channel, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars, I can guarantee you. I will be seeing you soon. Hope you have a blessed and prosperous rest of your week. And in the words of my main man said, I holla. Peace, y'all.